What's up, guys? Dylan back here with another video, and it has been some time here. I've taken a break from this channel, I guess you could say, even though I've posted like 3 videos. I really want to get into this channel. Just never had the drive, I guess, but I want to get into it. I've been a lazy sack of crap. Let's just say that this summer. And according to Howard Beck, he told me a few weeks ago on Twitter that that's okay. I'm a teenager and I can just be lazy, but I'm an aspiring writer and it's just not cutting it. But anyway, that's not the point. Just want to give you guys an excuse for where I've been. But today I want to talk about Kevin Love. Now, Kevin Love has been a very hot commodity in the league. He's gotten interest from, it really started off with the Warriors. The Timberwolves wanted Klay Thompson. They were unwilling to give him up. Maybe they're leaning towards that now. With the Cavaliers' interest in him. Obviously, Cavaliers got LeBron back, and it's a whole spiel. But Kevin Love, I feel like he wants to go to Cleveland the most just because LeBron's there, and that's a winning team. They've added Mike Miller already, James Jones, they got Kyrie Irving. They've got a good team, and with Kevin Love, that's a good team. That's a really good team. That's definitely a team favored to win the East for sure. I kind of have the Bulls right there right now. I think the Bulls are just some more. You can't really make anything of the Cavs yet because you don't know who they're going to have next year. I think right now I still think the Cavs are probably second behind the Bulls. It's going to be an interesting mix, I think, in the East with the Pacers and the Wizards and teams like that. Maybe the Raptors too. It's going to be an interesting mix to see really who's the top 3 or 4 seeds in the East, but. Speaking of the Bulls, they're interested too. They kind of joined the mix today for Kevin Love, as reported by ESPN. And for this for me shows a little bit of desperation for the Bulls. They just added Pau Gasol, obviously, to play in the front court with Joakim Noah. In that team right there, assuming Derrick Rose stays healthy, which that's a big question mark because obviously the past 2 seasons he's not been healthy. It's a good team. It's a really good team. I'm not necessarily sure if it's a title-winning team, but I think it's definitely a team that can go to the NBA Finals. Assuming everything goes well, injury-wise and all that. I think trading for Kevin Love is a desperation move because they see the Cavs as a target. Kevin Love, wants to go there, wants to play with LeBron, and. The East is going to be tight, but the Central Division is too. You got the Pacers, Bulls, and Cavs just right there, and those 3 teams alone, are top of the East easily. And the Bulls may be looking at the Cavs, being like, "Oh man, if they have LeBron and Kevin Love, we're going to be in trouble." Pau Gasol is pretty good, but Kevin Love is Kevin Love. He's arguably the best power forward in the NBA. So it's really. Here's what I don't understand about the Bulls is what are they going to do? Okay, I saw that they're going to trade Jimmy Butler and Taj Gibson for him, which that might get the deal done. They might have to add some picks. They're obviously going to have to get a shooting guard back because all they have is Butler and Tony Snell. They might take Kevin Martin. I know Kevin Martin's been in kind of a package deal with Kevin Love. Just to kind of dump that because I think Minnesota's looking for shooting guards. They've been talking to the Cavaliers, obviously, about Andrew Wiggins and maybe Dion Waiters. Maybe they can get both those guys. So they're going to have to dump Kevin Martin somewhere. But I don't know. I don't know if Pau Gasol at this point is willing to sit on the bench because I don't think they're going to trade Noah. They're definitely not. Pau Gasol is technically a center, but he plays power forward. But they're not going to trade Noah, so that's out of the question. At this point in Pau Gasol's career, you can look at it 2 ways. Either he's going to be like, all right, winding down the end of my career, I want to play. I want to play basketball. I want to start for a team. I want to contribute as much as possible because I only have a few years left. Or you could look at it as, well, I want to win another title. I will do anything. I'll sit on the bench, and I'll play behind Kevin Love because I doubt Kevin Love's going to be coming off the bench. So it's an interesting scenario. I don't really know. I still think the Cavaliers are favorited right now, just because of the Andrew Wiggins factor. even though Chicago is going to be offering more proven players, it's just Andrew Wiggins is just it's someone that you kind of have to take a risk on, and I don't think Cleveland really cares too much about losing him just because they already have a solid team, and with Kevin Love, that's a title contending team right there. And giving up Wiggins, I just don't think he's important enough to them to keep around because he's a superstar potential, sure. He's an inconsistent shooter. Pretty much all he has is defense right now, which on a team like that with Cleveland, he doesn't necessarily need to be, he doesn't have the scoring load necessarily on his shoulders, just with Kyrie and LeBron there. But, I mean, defense alone, he's not going to start, first of all, if that's all he has. If he comes out in training camp and all that, and he's not shooting well, then he's just not going to start. That's the gist of it. And I just really don't know what's going to happen with this Kevin Love deal. But I know Cleveland is looking like they're going to offer Bennett, Wiggins, and maybe a first-round pick at least. Which that's just not good enough. I mean, Anthony Bennett, congratulations, you've had a good summer league. Everyone has a good summer league if you're a decent player. It's not like you're playing against these great NBA talents. You're playing against the bottom of the barrel guys that are clawing their way into the league. Obviously, the rookies are in there, which they're pretty good. They haven't proven themselves yet, so you can't really tell, but it's just a good summer league isn't enough where I'm going to be like, oh, wow, Anthony Bennett's going to replace Kevin Love. I really want this guy. If I'm Cleveland, if I'm Minnesota, I'm asking for Dion Waiters too. I'm asking for, I think, a trade with Wiggins, Waiters, Bennett, a first-round pick for Kevin Martin, and Love. I think that would be a good deal for both teams. I think Minnesota would get a kind of a rebuilding team out of that deal. They'd get some players that they can build with, and they have Dion Waiters is obviously proven. He can come off and score and do everything pretty much for them. And then you got you got Bennett and Wiggins that you can kind of build with. You can kind of see what they can do because I think they could be good players. Just don't know yet. All we've seen is summer league really. Obviously Bennett last year, you can't call him a bust yet, but he had a really bad rookie season, so I just don't know what's going to happen. I think the worst case scenario for Love is Golden State here. I don't know. I just don't feel like that team would work. I don't know why. I just can't see Kevin Love in Golden State. I just can't. And even though it's a good team with a good new coach and Steve Kerr, they got Steph Curry. I mean, they've got a great team. I just don't know if he'll fit there, and I don't know if he'll want to resign there. He said he'll resign in Cleveland. I assume he'd resign in Chicago because Chicago is Chicago. Minnesota's kind of boring, and Chicago is Chicago. You got the bright lights, bigger city, got Lake Michigan right there. So I don't know. Plus, they're a pretty good team too. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'll definitely keep you guys updated. Really want to get this YouTube channel active and want to get some good content in here. Want to kind of come on here and just talk about sports because that's what I do. That's what I love to do. So, obviously if you got any input or anything with what I'm talking about or just like how I'm kind of running my channel, how I'm doing everything. As far as quality, I would like to upgrade quality. I don't think my webcam is necessarily too bad. It's HD. It's not great, but I don't think it's horrible. I would like to get a new mic though, because I've seen complaints from other videos. Not necessarily on this channel. I've had other YouTube stuff in the past. Doesn't really matter. Saying I need a new mic because it is a webcam mic. You're not supposed to really get a great mic out of it. But money's tight. I've got some stuff to buy and can't really afford a mic at this point. Kind of have something going on with the site I might get with that I can get paid for my articles. So if that works out, then maybe I can get a mic pretty soon. But because I have a mic that I found for $70 that I'd really like to get, really simple to use and pretty good and all that. So we'll just see. We'll see what happens. Everything's just kind of day by day, I guess. Don't really know what's gonna happen. So whatever. You guys don't care. You'll find out if I get a new mic. Obviously, I'll tell you, and you'll be able to tell by my voice. It'll sound much sexier and clearer and all that. So anyway, rambled on a little bit at the end. So yeah, like I said, if you have any input, put it down in the comments. Tell me what you're thinking. Tell me where you think Kevin Love's going to go. What's going to happen. Tell me if you agree with any of my things. I think that Cleveland trade I laid out at the end is a possibility. I think it's a possibility. So we'll see. Might take a while for this to happen. May not go down until they're the right before the season or during the season even. So we'll see. But I think Minnesota's going to milk it for all it's worth. They've got some attention on them, which they usually don't. Considering they don't make the playoffs, that's a problem. So anyway, guys, I'll see you later. Peace.